All right, here we are, the Battle of France. We're in Rob's basement. We're having a test game for Canadian Early War Nationals, 1,750 points. Because it's early war, we're using old money. It's in, what, 3 weeks away or something crazy? Way too short notice, really, realistically. I am taking Afrika Korps, and Rob is taking the French, or as he would say, the greasy French. We are playing Encounter, and we've already deployed. Rob, why don't you go through your list?
Hey, my OC hiding back here is in a Hotchkiss H-39.
Yep.
Then he has 3 platoons of 3 tanks.
Yep.
Guarding this objective.
Yep.
Then I've got the Laffleys. And this one here is standing in for the 5th one that's in the mail from Battlefront, we hope.
Yeah, hopefully in time, yeah.
And in reserve, I've got my 5 Panhard armored cars.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 of these delicious Char-1 Bisses, B1S.
Which I can't do anything against. Awesome. Facing that, I'm taking the German infantry company. An infantry company that doesn't have too many anti-tank weapons except for one kind. On the board for me, I've got my 2IC over here. I've got a machine gun section back here. I placed these because the machine guns against an all-tank list, the only tanks they can actually do anything to is hopefully bail out a couple of Armor Zero Laffleys. I've got infantry over here. It's kind of nice to have all the fixins. So I've got 6 rifle MGs, command, light mortar, and the anti-tank rifle. I've got another section of those back here with the officer commanding back here. I've got 1 unit of Panzerjägers here and 1 unit of Panzer IIs here. And in reserves, I've got another unit of Panzerjägers. I've got another unit of infantry. And I have mortars and Stukas. So this is going to be an interesting game because there's certain things that I can't do anything to him to, and vice versa. So we'll see how it plays out and catch after turn 1. Right after turn 1, I end up going first because my planes are in reserves, and it's delayed reserves, so I didn't get to do anything for them. I dashed the Panzer IIs up behind this little hill here. I moved the Panzerjägers up a little bit along this hedge, and I moved the infantry not touching the hedge but towards the hedge. These guys dashed through the forest, and I repositioned my MGs after the fact. I should have actually deployed them here, but it's neither here nor there, so I didn't do any shooting. And on Rob's turn, he moved, he's going no guts, no glory. He's got his French tanks up in front, and he needed some 6s to hit from those guys because of long range and one-man turrets. These guys were able to pin and kill one of my infantry because of the movement over there, and he ended up moving them this unit of Hotchkisses. There's a hill in between both of us, so one of us could fire. And over here, what did you do? Just reposition them a little bit?
Just reposition.
All right, so not too much action. See if I unpin my dudes, and then on to turn 2. So on my turn 2, I blitzed up to the top of the hill, killed 2 of the what are they called there? Hotchkiss H-35s. Killed 2, bailed 1. Actually, I did quite a lot of shots with this, but did nothing. It was really the 6 shots from these 3 Panzerjägers. The other Panzerjäger shot and missed long range at these Hotchkisses. He backed those Hotchkisses up. Oh, yeah, and I maneuvered these guys around to get the anti-tank rifle shots into the side. Of course, they all missed. +1 to hit because of movement. He then machine gunned the heck out of these guys, pinned them, and only killed a couple. And then, so I don't get it. So the Laffleys are more shots, better anti-tank value, and have machine guns with the same armor as my Panzerjägers, and are somehow cheaper. But anyways, he was able to machine gun and kill like 4 stands from the machine guns over here, and that's how turn 2 ends. Hopefully I get some sort of reserves, and hopefully it's planes. We'll catch up to turn 3. Yes, the Bloody Danes. So then, my turn 3. What did I do? I blitzed the Panzerjägers up onto the hill. Took a whole bunch of shots, and what did I do? I didn't do too much. These guys, with a bajillion shots, managed to do absolutely nothing to those guys over there. So they have side armor 3 as well, the Hotchkisses. So it's AT5 versus front and side 3 is a little these guys unpinned, then failed to dig in, and then got machine gun and got pinned again. These guys unpinned, moved into the building. I put my ATR on the second floor. I shot at these guys, did nothing. He took 15 shots back at the 2 guys, so on the top floor because of the hedge. So he does have no HE, but still, he's hitting me on 5. So my guys are trained. So concealed makes it 4. No HE makes it 5. I liked it so much better when you just couldn't shoot at infantry with no HE, but now it's +1 to hit. So I lost my ATR and they're pinned in there too. So that is turn 3, the end of turn 3, and we'll see if I can do anything with my, hopefully I get some reserves. So turn 4, these guys failed their blitz, shot and bailed out one of the Hotchkisses that were parked right here. These guys had just been making every single blitz and then shoot and scoot known to man. They were able to put more hits into that one little platoon that was there. They ultimately ran away. The one lone guy from that one platoon that kept making it finally ran away on his turn. Over here I moved my HMGs up just to start taking pot shots at the Armor 0 guys down there. I hit a bunch of times, but he made his saves. These guys stayed pinned, and without an anti-tank rifle I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to even move them. He's still shot into there to try and whittle them down because they're only 4. On his turn, sorry, I got no. I did get reserves, but I decided to put them as planes, and they didn't come in. And then on Rob's turn, his reserves didn't come in. He shot and whittled my platoon down to 3 teams. That's the officer right here. And then shoot and scooted and made his cross checks to be back there because I think, are the Char-Bs part of the formation?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to kill. So I have to kill this stuff back here. Like killing just one of these tanks isn't going to cut it, right?
I thought this would be a win quick or lose quick battle. It's not working out that way.
You know what? I thought the same thing too, and I think I had my chance. Yeah, so on my turn, I moved these guys up here to take pot shots at, a guy in cover. But just the lousy anti-tank value of these things. I can't believe how much I pay for these front armor 2, side armor 1 things when these cruddy looking French things are way better in every single way, except for the one-man turret.
Except they can't hit.
And the blitz. Well, and they can't hit. So I didn't do much here. I just advanced these guys, didn't fire them. I did get reserves on board. They moved up and dashed. These guys shot and bailed out a couple of these Laughley's. My Stukas came on, and yes, one got shot down in a blaze of glory, which is pathetic, and I only bailed out a vehicle. On his turn, he got his Panhards here, shot into the building of doom here. Bulletproof cover saved me there. And over yonder, his Char-Bs and the Hotchkisses are making short work of my Panzer IIs, which is actually no surprise at all. I really hope I get Panzerjägers that come on the side to shoot at his Char-Bs. That would be really clutch. So turn 6 coming up. Whew. A little rough. The Chars and his, I keep wanting to call them Panhards, but they're Hotchkisses, made short work of these guys. 4 dead and 1 bailed. These guys finally were able to dig in. These guys moved up along the road because I can't do anything to the Char-Bs at range, really. So I was trying to take out some Laughley's. These guys dashed through the forest. These guys, I wish they had come on over there to punish the Chars, but they came on over here. So I moved them up. They started 16 up this board edge, moved up. I only killed 1. of his Lafleys, and then he turned around and missed and only bailed out one. So we're going to do one more turn, and then we're going to call it. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't think any of us is going to win, although Rob's going to basically win by default, but we'll see what we can do. Well, he failed his, or he passed his, the Chars drove up 8 because they're slow tanks. He failed his follow me, so only the leader tank got to move up, but he had to pass the cross check, which he did. So his Char is on the objective, winning it there. Shocker, I lost my Panzer IIs. These guys drove up, still couldn't get me down one more infantry stand to force this to test. These guys somehow survived the rest of the game. I killed all but one of the Lafleys, who still, because he's bailed out with a bunch of rearranging of the mistaken target shots, putting deadlier shots onto bailed out tanks, results in this bailed out tank being alive. And the Panhards were able to bail out 3 of 4 of my Panzerjägers. So that's how the game's going to end. It was a good game. I really thought I was pressing the issue at the beginning there, but then my reserves didn't come in where I kind of wanted them, and my planes.
And mine did.
Yeah. And my planes came in, got shot down once, and then the lift. Oh yeah, my planes did come back, but then they failed their test and ran away. So, hooray, aircraft. But thanks for the game. It was a good test. Are you going to keep your list as is? I mean, you don't really have that much of a choice because of the models that you have.
The choice is to take out the Char-Bs and the
Panhards
and replace them with a bunch of Somois and a British infantry platoon.
Oh, I think that's going backwards.
I think so too. Those Char-Bs are scary.
Oh, I know. Like, good lord. Nothing I can do against them. And despite the extra gun. So what's hilarious is normally it's the turret, that's the main gun, and then the hull mount is the secondary. Not for Char-Bs, because the one-man turret rule means you'll be firing the hull gun as your main gun most of the time, to not have the penalties. So yeah, it was pretty good. Obviously against you, the mortars didn't do anything, even though I just painted them up literally yesterday. The Panzer IIs are really, they've got lots of shots if they're stationary, but boy, front armor 2 is just awful, and side armor 1 is worse. I don't know what 280 points is going to get me, but I think if I get rid of them and the mortars, maybe I can get 3 Panzer IVs, but I still don't think that's improving. I don't think that's improving my life any. Yeah, thanks for the game. I guess victory for the greasy French. Cheers.